Welcome
to the joy of coding.
Hello, and welcome to episode 247 of The Joy of Coding.
What? The joy of coding.
Hello, and welcome to episode 247 of The Joy of
myself
Coding.
Open in a background tab. Sorry, luckily the stream is working, I can tell, but I accidentally had my own feeding back on myself. I'm good now, I turned that off. But it means the repeater is working, so hopefully you are now watching this on YouTube or Twitch or AirMozilla or maybe a recording somewhere. But the repeater is working for the live broadcast, and that's good because it wasn't working last week. So good to have you here. It's episode 247. Let's get started. What are we doing today? Let me change to my screen. Yeah, so I haven't actually put anything in the agenda today, but I do have a plan. But plan is the secret word. You just said the secret word. The plan there is a vague plan, but I want to make it clear. No plan survives breakfast. That is the motto of this stream series, because things could go horribly wrong. You're watching me develop software live, which means things might go wrong. I might get sidetracked. I might get sidelined. That's okay. That's all part of the journey. Like what I like to say is we're capturing software development in the raw. This is unrefined software development. And so that's what you might be seeing. And if that's what you're looking for, then you're in for a treat. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the agenda that we're looking at is something that you have access to. If you're watching this on YouTube, check the video description. If you're watching this in AirMozilla, it'll be in the details to my left, your right. No, my right, your left. And if you're watching this on Twitch, then the agenda link is about to get dropped into the Twitch chat. 1 second, copy link. Here you go, all you fine folks. And it will live update as I proceed. Let's get started. Let's dive right into it. What do I want to work on today? Well, if you have been using Nightly, or if you are recently updated your beta, you will notice that there is a recent change to the user interface of Firefox desktop. And if you've been watching the stream, you've been watching it sort of progress over time, and that's great. There's new stuff happening, but there's still polish work to do. There's little bits here and there that we'd like to tighten up. We've recently been landing new icons, for example. And one of the things we realized is some of the icons need to be fiddled with. And that's what I'm hoping we can take a look at today. So the one I'm going to look at is the badge icon in the app menu. Now, this is not something that you're able to see right now, but if I were to launch a build, I can show you what this bug's all about. And there's a way to invoke... Hang on, there's a way to invoke the thing I need. Yeah, what is it? This. This is the command that I drop into the browser console to get the little icon to show up. So, here's a build of Mozilla Central. I'm going to open up the browser console. I'm going to put that in and dismiss this panel, and then what you'll notice is there's this little badge on the menu, and that's right, except that the little arrow is actually not centered correctly. If we zoom in, and I never know if this is working, but hopefully you're seeing the zoom in action, is it's a little further to the right than it is to the left. The way that the rasterizing of the SVG is working, it's off center. And if you look inside the panel itself, there's a similar problem here with the larger circle. It's off center. And apparently we're doing this wrong. We're not applying the correct icon here, and we're not doing it correctly according to UX. UX gave us some great feedback. Well, first of all, the bug filer here noticed that there's a little bit of off-grid, rasterization happening here with the SVG. But if you look at this breakdown, there's some traffic. In Twitch, Halt and Catch says, "Hi, I love the new glowy dark theme in Dev Edition. I'm glad you like it." Yeah, it makes me think of Avatar, the movie that by James Cameron at nighttime. Anyways, this is I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it, Halt and Catch. Tell the world. So the app menu badges, there's a breakdown of how exactly we're supposed to do this. And I think what we've been doing up until now is we've been drawing the circle ourselves using CSS. And what we should be doing instead is using an icon that has the circle built into it, so that the arrow is centered by virtue of the fact that it's like centered in the icon. And the icon we need to use is something called Update Circle Fill 12. And I'm actually curious to know if we have that in the tree already. We do not, but we have it as part of the icon pack. I believe icon, what was it called? Update Circle Fill 12. Update Circle Fill 12. And so what we're going to try and do today is apply that icon. Oh, the icon has 2 layers. Or we can say 2 fills. Yeah, that's right. Primary fill and outline fill. The SVG icons are positioned for overlap. Yep. In the toolbar, the app menu icon is treated as a 32 by 32 ghost button with hover and press states. 32 by 32. Let's actually pull out our measuring tools. I think that's a mistype. I think that should be 16 by 16. It's a 16 by 16 icon. With hover and press. Oh, sorry. The button itself is 30. That is correct. Sorry, not the icon, but the button is 32 by 32. That is true. Like if you were to look at the size of the button itself. Oh, where's our calipers? Give me back the calipers. Thank you. And we can see that the button itself, if I can get this little measuring stick out of the way, but you can see it's 32 pixels wide. Okay, so the app menu is treated as a 32 by 32 ghost button with hover and press states. That's correct. Update badge, primary fill, outline is that. Warning badge is similar. So there are 2 parts to this. The first part is to add a new icon, Update Circle Fill 12. And then we're going to replace the old arrow icon in CSS with the new one. So that's what we're going to try today. And so let's see. Well, one of the good things about adding a new icon rather than replacing an old one, we've been having to do a bunch of replacements of icons, like the back, forward, all of the icons that have pre-existed in Firefox. We've been doing replacements for them, and that's great, and that's relatively straightforward. You have to do just like an asset swap is what we call it. You drop in a new SVG to replace the old one, but as part of like making sure that our quality assurance folk and nightly testing community can test these things, we have to catalog all of the different places where these icons are used. And for some of them, like for some icons, that's not too many places. Like there aren't too many places where we use this icon. I think it's only used here. But there are plenty of places where we use the lock, like here and in About Preferences and a couple of other places. There aren't many places where we use this app menu icon, but there are quite a few places where we use like this sort of like forward arrow icon, like lots of different places. And so we have to catalog all of them, and that slows things down, unfortunately. But I mean, it means that we're being thorough, which is good. And the good news is, by adding a new icon, this Update Circle Fill 12, we don't have to do that audit. We know that other people aren't using it. There's some spam in the Twitch chat if someone wants to exercise their powers and just like take them out. Feel free. So the good news as well is that this sort of stacking behavior, a small icon on top of a larger icon, already exists. We already have this stack exist. If we take a look at the structure of the toolbar button, it's a stack, and the stack has the icon, and then we have this image right here, which is the badge. And this is what we're going to replace. We're going to have this, instead of update badge, we're going to have this be the, update circle fill 12. Now, who else is using update badge? Because if it's no one, then that means we can get rid of it too. Okay, I see that we're using it in a couple of places here, but I have a feeling that they're all the same kind of place. Yeah, that's for in here. That rule's for here. And this one similarly. So maybe we can keep this the way it is because we don't want to alter non-proton, because these rules are for non-proton. You can tell that from here. So maybe we should leave update badge alone. But with proton enabled, let's maybe use the new one. Should we do that? I'm thinking about it. Maybe we should just replace it all wholesale. Is there a reason? No, because we've been replacing the icons all across the board. It'd be weird to not replace this one too, even with proton disabled. So let's just go ahead and replace it. So yeah, I think we can just straight replace this icon. Let me see if there's anything in the spreadsheet about it. Update badge. Oh yeah. It looks like update badge is already using update circle fill, and we may have already done the replacement. Oh, that's interesting. I don't believe you, because I think I'm the one who put this in here. I think this is wrong, this row. Let's take a look at the update badge SVG. So update circle fill 12. Go ahead and download this. So let's compare. Compare and contrast. MA, yeah, this is all different. I can tell just by looking at the path here. The rules are all different. And this one's 16 by 16. So this is all wrong. So I'm going to update the spreadsheet. This did not land. Well, hang on. Let me log. Update some navigation toolbar icon. So I did change it. I wonder if this recently changed on me. The original icon was 10 by 10, but the new one is 16 by 16. I've updated the CSS to background size to 10 by 10 where it's used. The old asset also had, I've updated the CSS set to fill. Okay, I'm going to undo all of this because it's clear that we need to replace the icon. So I'm going to undo this, getting rid of that. I'm going to replace this row with this 1704461 and use fill icon instead of the 3-layer sandwich. Fill icon. Are we using a 3-layer sandwich? I guess that's what they mean by by drawing the circle ourselves. Okay, we're gonna use the fill icon. Fair enough. So I've got the fill icon. I'm gonna replace the old one. Whoops, what is it? Update badge here. Okay. Let's take a quick peek and see what it looks like just right off the cuff. I'll bet you it's not going to look amazing, but let's take a look. Okay, so we're going to rerun that command. Yeah, so you can see it's like all shrunken. And really, it should be full size. Like, it's inside the CSS circle that we drew. So that's not right. The spirit is there. The spirit is there. So let's take a look at our CSS. Where was the CSS defined? Update badge. Where was it used? I think it's in panel UI. Yeah, panel UI Inc. And we can probably do some of this live, actually. Or even better, mock watch. Oh, I'm going to do mock watch in a different window. Watch. That way I don't have to do mock build faster all the time, and I can just restart. Okay. Okay, so let's start by finding this background size. I think this background size is wrong. We're going to get rid of that rule. I think there were a couple of other places. There's this place as well, background size 10. And this border radius thing we do not need anymore. All right, let's take a look. Restart. A little bit better, a little bit better. Now we have the border radius isn't being set. Let's focus on just the badge in the button. And that's yeah, it's this rule right here. What is this? Override the rule, toolbar button, margin, inline end, fill, border shadow, toolbar background color. So let's look at the bug again. The icon has two layers, primary fill and outline fill. And I think what we've got here is the outline fill. Yeah, the outline fill is being drawn. And what is the other one? Primary fill, and what do we call it? Like update badge. So context stroke, context fill. So what if we do stroke instead? Okay, back to the... I need to get rid of a bunch of these files that are being listed. I got way too many open. So stroke. How does that work? Fill, context properties, stroke. Do we do that? Yeah, stroke. And then stroke current color. So stroke. Oh, wait. It's these rules. Update. Background. Update badge. Toolbar badge. Stroke. Min height, min width. 12 pixels, is that right? What was it supposed to be? 32 by 32, and then is it supposed to be 12 by 12? Right. Border radius, no, we're gonna get rid of that. And then we're gonna say that the background is this, but that the stroke color is different. Stroke is that color. Yeah, let's do that. And similarly, we're gonna say oh, yeah. Now why are these unsupported warning? start. You know, this is redundant. So I'm going to do that. And we can simplify a little bit. All right, let's take a look. Okay. Not correct. Not correct, but certainly it's centered. But the color is all wrong. Hold on. Let us now use the browser toolbox because this is very confusing. So maybe it's supposed to be the fill, and I just, instead of the stroke. Toolbar, stack, image, badge, filter, grayscale, stroke. Background, no repeat center. Okay, I'm going to say stroke and fill. It's like it's supposed to be that but inverted. So I'm going to make this fill. That's correct. That is correct. That's what we want. Now, if I just said fill, what happens if I get rid of stroke? Yeah, that's what I want. I want context properties fill, and then we want to use fill instead. Okay. And what else did I do while I was in here? Did I do something else? Did I get rid of something? I don't think so. If I did something and I don't remember it, let me know. Okay, so this should be fill. Whoop, fill. All right. Color looks kind of inverted, says Smurf D. Now maybe that's delayed. I'm seeing an old message. I think that looks right. That looks right to me. And let's take a look at the specification. Now, it's actually, I think, a little bit bigger. Trying to think proportionally here. I think the icon might. Let's pull out our calipers again. Oh. Here. I need something to grab onto. Okay, so is that 12 pixels wide? Not really. But maybe that's 12 pixels. Maybe there's some padding around it. (16 by 16) rules width 16. Oh, sorry, the label. What's this? It's 12 by 12. That is correct. And then 3 from the top, 5 from the top. And then the icon layer itself is 12 by 12. 8, 8, 8, 5 from the right. Five from the right of the edge. 5 pixels. Whoops. 5 pixels from the right edge. So let's put a perma hover on this button. Let's get our dimensions. Yeah, it's 5 pixels. Right at the side. 5 pixels. Okay, well that's good. So we're at the right part there, and then is it 3 at the top? 3. Come on. 3 pixels from the top. 12 by 12 icon. I think we nailed it. Cool. Oh, rate this example, rate this episode just links. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Did I give you the wrong link? Rate this episode. Maybe refresh. Maybe refresh. Let's take a look. Agendas. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Why is this going to example.com? Well, I'll start by putting a link to the bug I'm working on. Maybe that'll help kick it. There we go. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Mont Morris says, "Long live the bro grammar." I don't know about that. I don't like the idea of bro grammars. Long live people who build things. People who build things. That's what I care about. People who build things. Build stuff that helps other people out. Okay, now let's think about this one. I mean, if we've got this little icon and it looks all centered, we're in good shape. Now let's try and figure out this business over here. I think it's going to be much the same. That rule is going to be down here, the panel banner item. And we don't want to use background color on it. We want to use a fill. The fill of this. Whoops. We'll use that fill, that background image, center it, and then was there some kind of like why was there a rectangle around it? Well, at any rate, let us restart and take a look. Okay, better, but too small. Too small. The icon is too small. I have a feeling we need to be using a slightly different one here. We want to be using the larger one. Montmore says, "I said my message and I will stand by it as long as I'm in tech." You're free to persecute me. Sounds like a good use of time. Okay, so we're gonna increase the font, the size of this icon. By default is coming in at 12 by 12. You know what we might be able to do actually is use the larger one instead of using like trying to inflate, because it's SVGs, they scale. It's built into the, that's what the S is, scalable vector graphics. So instead of downloading this like 12 by 12 one, let's try and get the update circle, the full size one. And we'll try and replace that. Update circle fill, replace. I must have downloaded it before. And let's drop that into update badge. All right. No, that's wrong. That is not right. This is right. So we do, I think, want to think about this for a second here. Is there a way we can use the restrict the background size here of the badge? Filter, fill, min, width, mid, height. What we want is the background size to be 12 pixels by 12 pixels. That's better. I think that's better. It's different. It's different from what we were seeing before. But maybe that's okay. Maybe it's what we want. I think this is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to restrict the background size of the badge Where were we? Panel UI CSS. I'm going to restrict the background size to be, I think I can just say 12px and it knows to make it square, so I don't need the both. I just get rid of it. And then that looks right. Now the stroke, I wonder if the stroke is like, is it supposed to be transparent? It looks like yes. Yes, it is supposed to be transparent. Whoops, I accidentally. Yeah, notice the fill of the arrowhead actually, like, it's transparent. So we're in good shape here. I think we got it. Hooray! Let us now think about the warning icon, because there's also a warning icon here. And then we're going to think about the non-proton state. We still kind of have to support that for a little while, and then we can. He is a senior engineer, uninterested in the politics of his industry, respectable. I am interested in the politics of my industry. I'm just not interested in discussing it with you. I'm talking about you in particular, Montmorris, saying that it's not worth my time. I'm saying you are not worth my time. I'm looking at you right in the eyes, Montmorris. And this is the last thing I'm going to say to you. You're not worth my time. I want you to absorb that and just feel it deeply. All right. So let us think about this warning icon now. The warning icon is browser skin warning, I believe. And how do I invoke it? I think it's whenever like an add-on, yeah, when an add-on needs to do something. So for example, I actually used this recently, I believe. Where was it? Here, yeah. This causes the warning to display. So hang on, I'm going to dismiss this one. We'll put this one in instead. That causes the warning to display here. Now, how do I get the warning to show up in the app menu button? Panel UI. I have to add a badge. Okay, so I'll manually add add-on alert as the badge status is what I'll do. Okay. Lowell Repeat Lowell asks, why haven't you updated to Big Sur yet? Mainly because I'm in the middle of a big project and I don't like to update my operating system in the middle of a big project. I'll wait until after the big project is wrapped up. The big project being this retheme effort. And once that's wrapped, then I will update my operating system and I'll update. I've got an Ubuntu machine that's still running Bionic and I need to update it to Focal and a couple of other things, but I tend not to update my operating systems in the middle of large projects. Good question, though. And Smurfy asks, isn't it also if you have trouble updating, or does that have a different icon, like if you have to download it from scratch? I think it will show the... What did we used to do? If login failed and add-on needs alert, what are the other cases where we'd show warning.svg? Ah, so if the update is unsupported. Cool. So let's try that, actually. We're going to need to handle all of these cases. We're going to say update unsupported. So right, like that is the wrong icon now. Why is it using the wrong icon? Background. Oh, because of this, because I put the background in here. I see. I see. So I do need it here. Oh, wait. No, what I need is update unsupported to be using warning here. What were we doing before? Did I miss something here? Update unsupported. It was using update badge. I don't know if it was supposed to, but it was using the warning color on it. I think that may have been a mistake. I think it's supposed to be using this. So I'm going to update that. And let's restart and take a look. Update unsupported. There we go. Now, part of the issue here, you can kind of see we're displaying part of the app menu through it. That's not right. We should be using the badged version of the menu icon. So what's going wrong there? App menu space. App menu. Menu badged. Menu badged.svg. Yeah, I think we need to be using the same rule. Toolbar button. Icons inc.css. Update unsupported. I think that's right. That's better. Now the actual size of it, do I have that right? Hard to tell. Looks like there's a bigger gap here. I got a feeling this icon is also supposed to be 12 by 12. And it should be based on the rules I put in. 12. Whoops. Layout. 12 by 12. But maybe it's supposed to have more. Maybe one of the differences is that the 12 pixel version, Warning Fill 12, has more space around it. So maybe I actually do need these little ones. I can believe it. All right, let's try that. I'm going to download. I've already got Update Circle Fill. I'm going to get Warning Fill 12. I'm going to download that too. And then we have to add these new assets. We're going to take a look at what that looks like. Thanks for the question about Big Sur, by the way. That was a great question. So let us open a Finder. No. Where are we gonna put this stuff? Notification icons, I think is where it goes. Notification icons. So under jar, shared jar.inc warning.svg. Yeah. I'm gonna have one called like warning fill 12. .svg, and then update badge. Wait a second. Where's update badge? Edit, revert file. Okay, where is update badge? Registered browser themes shared under shared browser themes shared jar inc. That's where I'm at. Browser themes shared jar. Update badge. Why? What? Oh, I'm in toolkit. Shoot. Browser themes shared jar.inc. Okay. Update badge. There you are. So we're going to have one called update badge fill 12. And then warning, we're going to use the toolkit one instead. We are going to use the toolkit one. Warning fill 12. Okay. So now we have to actually add them to those areas. So let me do that. So the central browser themes shared. And then for the browser one, it was badge. It was under shared, just under shared. No special subdirectory. So we'll put it in here. Update badge. We'll drag it in. But we're going to rename it to update badge fill 12. Okay. And then we will, or rather, maybe update circle. That's the original file name, and I wonder if we should update circle fill 12. Okay, we'll do that. And then we have to update the jar again. Update circle fill 12. And then the toolkit one, we're gonna go open toolkit themes shared. Is warning in here? Shared. Maybe it's under icons. Yeah. Warning. Warning fill 12. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to HG add them so that we don't forget. We can't forget. Warning fill 12. We're going to add browser themes shared. Update circle fill 12. And now this may or may not require a rebuild, but let's see if it doesn't. And let's go back into panel UI inc.css, and then for the badge itself, we're going to say update circle fill 12.svg. And then for warning, we're going to switch to global, this thing, global. Oh. Global, but it's warning fill 12. And then in the actual, yeah, we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's do the update manual one first. That's broken. It did not work. All right, let's try the other one. Update unsupported. Also did not work. I might have to rebuild. Like repackage. I have a feeling Mock Watch isn't happy with the new files. Ah. All right, let's try this again. Update manual. Okay, and there. So you got that little guy, and you got that big guy. All right, now about update unsupported. Okay, got that little guy, got that big guy. Beauty. That looks good to me. And now what about, do I have all the cases here? What about not Proton? I'm gonna have to look at that as well. I'm gonna look at that afterwards. Batch stack. Menu button. An add-on alert. So there's these ones as well. I think we're gonna have to update these. Warning. Fill 12. Background. Fill. Let's try that. So we can invoke a number of these states by setting badge status. I'll do that. Lowell Repeat Lowell asks, which browser do you use for your personal non-Mozilla life? Do you rock Nightly 24/7 or something else like Dev Edition? I use Nightly. I use Nightly all the time. That is my primary browser. I have beta on another machine that I use in the evening sometimes, but I tend to use Nightly, even when I'm not working. So we're going to try add-on alert set on the panel UI menu button. Badge status equals add-on alert. Looks right. Oh, now there's a bit of a glow. I don't think that's right. I don't think that was there for the other case. Let's remove that. And let's put in update unsupported again. Yeah, it's not there for this. What the heck? Warning fill height 13. Let's put badge status back. Add on alert. And we'll take a quick peek at the rules. So I'm going to put a hover. We're going to take a look at the rules. stroke. That's the problem, is there's a stroke on it. 92. Here. And I guess I don't need this because that's already being used down here. And we're going to get rid of the stroke. We're just going to have the fill. Looks right. And then let's set the add-on alert class or attribute badge status equals add-on alert. Okay. Now we can also apparently apply the same thing to the FXA needs authentication, so we'll set that as well. Unsurprisingly, that also works. And then there's the login failed. Now this is different because it's on a different element, the FXA toolbar menu button. Which is hidden if I'm not logged in, so I have to sign in. Hold on a sec. One moment. Okay. Is that what? Seriously? No, that can't be right. For my test account? Yeah. Here we go. Sure. Hold on. All right. Oh, seriously? Okay. Sorry, I have to update. It's detecting, because I'm signing in so much from this account today to do testing, it's detecting suspicious activity. Okay, so we've got our little, we've got our little icon here. We're going to try applying, what is it? Login failed on it. Badge status login failed. Badge status, login underscore failed. Consistency. That looks right. Cool. Cool. All right. I think we're in good shape here. Now we have to handle the non-proton case. Now, the non-proton case, the only reason we have to handle that is we don't have to handle it for very long. But for now, we're trying to make sure that things don't look horribly broken if proton is disabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip all the proton prefs. Restart. So we're going to apply update manual. See, that is broken, and we need to make sure that that works. Yeah, that is legit broken. Okay. So with proton not available, update circle fill 12. That is applying even like in either case. And then with not proton, then what do we want to do here? Instead of doing background color, we need to do fill. Oh, that's panel banner item. Sorry. Panel banner item. It's this thing. Oh, wait. Hang on. What's going on with this thing? Label. Update unsupported background color, which is not defined. So if I were to define it, okay. So it's really just that variable is not defined when Proton is disabled. So let's find this line. What variable is it again? Item supported BG color. These colors are normally defined by the theme, but we need fallbacks in case the theme doesn't supply them otherwise icons. These values from the default light theme. So I'm gonna set some colors. Panel, banner, item, hover, update, unsupported, update supported background color, and what was the other one? Warning icon background color. Info icon, panel, banner, item, info color. I don't know where that's used. That's only if Proton's enabled? Yeah, if only Proton's enabled, so we don't need that one. But we need these others. And what value are we going to use for them? We should probably use the old value, whatever was there before. So let's take a look at what's in... Geez. If we look at Mozilla release, we take a look at the theme panel UI. Oh, sorry. Panel UI inc.css is here. Panel inc.css here. And then warning background color hover, then you warning color. Update badge. What color is this? That looks like the old color. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we're gonna set that to this. And then the warning. I believe the color was built into the warning SVG before. Yeah, right here. Oh. All right, restart. Cool. Now this badge is all wrong over here. We're gonna figure that out now. Image toolbar icon after. Yeah, the badge. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to make the fill this. That looks right. Okay, so we have to find this rule. It's like Moz, not Proton. Yeah, here. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of this background color. And then for this, I would imagine it's very similar. We are going to actually add, like, adjust this rule to deduplicate, but instead of applying a background color, we're going to say the fill is the warning color. We don't need the rest of this, right? We don't. All right. Let's check it out. All right. And update unsupported. I guess it's supposed to be, it used to be this little thing. System incompatible. You know what? I'm going to just make a unilateral decision that this should probably be the warning. SVG. Background image. And this icon probably should be the warning one as well. Notification icon. Browser. Inc.css. Browser. Where is this rule? Notification icons. Here. We're going to change that to warning. Don't need that. Image, fill, panel banner item. Oh man, am I even gonna have that color? You know what? Because this is non-proton only, you can hard code that value in. Moz context properties fill. Restart. Whoa, nope. Look at that. That's not right. That is not right. Should really be like background size 32 pixels. Background repeat, no repeat. That's better. So background image, background size. Background repeat, no repeat. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's turn Proton back on. I think we should be back in the shack. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Let's see what our reviewers think. See if I missed anything. Okay. Bug such and such. Use filled. Use new SVGs for. All right. Use new icons for update badges. Also, use new icons for update badges. Update and warning badges for the app menu button. And I'm going to actually ask for 2 reviewers here. Or I'm going to ask Molly. I'm going to ask Sam. No, I'm going to ask Molly for a review here. And I should have added something to my commit message. I should add something new. So many icons, says Smurfd. Agreed. Andrew Patella says testing is suspicious activity. Of course, it is. It's very much suspicious activity. This also impacts non-Proton, since we aren't branching icons. Since we aren't branching icons between the 2 modes. Notably, this patch also makes it so that we use the warning SVG for warning SVG for the app menu when, or maybe I made a mistake there. It's possible that we've intentionally been using sort of like a yellow update badge. Unsupported. No, we were using warning here. We decided to use warning instead. But we were always using we were using update badge pre-Proton, interestingly. Maybe I should just keep that old behavior. That might just make this simpler. And all right. So I'm going to revert everything I did in here. Whoops. Okay. And then over in panel UI, I'd made it so that we were using warning.svg. I'm going to say don't do that. So we'll still use update badge. Okay, let's take a look. Run. Run, Luke, run. Okay, update unsupported. Oh, sorry, I've got Proton enabled. I have to disable all this stuff. Doot. Restart. Run, Luke, run. Okay, so we've got our old school update badge there, and we're still using the little warning guy. Oh, okay, so we're using the right one here. We have to update the badge in the... where's the badge? Update unsupported. Background, update badge. I'll say background image. It's the update badge. Okay, now we have to make it circular again, I think. Update. Oh, no. Update badge fill 12. That's what we need to do. Yeah. No. Update circle fill 12. There you go. There you go. All right, in it to win it. Amend. Wait, panel I update unsupported. Get rid of warning.svg. Did I mean to do that? Panel banner item. Yes, I did mean to get rid of that because this is not Proton. Yes, okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the whole patch. So we added the right colors for non-Proton. We added our new rules for the badge. We added correct fill colors. We switched to the warning icon if we're warning. With Proton enabled, we also use the right icon inside of the menu panel banner items. In non-Proton, we use update circle fill in the badge, even if we're warning, if we're update unsupported. And then we're also using these same rules. We deduplicated things a little bit. Update supported, but then we override them if update unsupported by changing the fill. And over here, we make it so that the badge, if we're add-on alerting, we're going to use warning fill 12. Yeah, makes sense. And then we if we have Proton enabled, we say, hey, you're using the warning icon BG color. Now, is this redundant? Did we already have Moss Context properties here? Badge. Yeah, this is redundant. This is redundant right here. Don't need that. What line is that? I guess it doesn't matter. But we can get rid of that line. Seriously? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this rule is redundant because these already match here, and we were already setting Moz context properties fill there. All right. Then we added our new icons. Unsupported menu badge. Do you want to use badged for it? And then we added our new icons. Okay, let us amend. What? I thought run, forest run was more common use. Not sure I've heard Luke before. Run, Luke, run. That's Star Wars, A New Hope, whenever Obi-Wan just got like taken out completely, and Luke's all like shooting stormtroopers, and Obi-Wan's like, get out of there, it's you against an army, get out of there, run. It's not my best Alec Guinness impression. Actually, it probably is my best Alec Guinness impression, but it's not the best Alec Guinness impression. But it is an Alec Guinness impression. Mediocre at best. All right, let's post this up for review, and then I think I'm going to call the stream here. We did a pretty good job. Hopefully, Molly, if there are cases that I missed in testing and trying stuff out, hopefully Molly catches it. And we're going to call it here. Hey, thank you so much for watching episode 247 of The Joy of Coding. Let me know what you think. The rate this episode link has been fixed. You can add something to the forum and let me know what you thought of the episode. And I read everything that comes in, good and bad, and I'll use it to help modify the stream to your needs. And there are 3 episodes until we're at episode 250, and that's going to be a momentous one because we're a quarter of the way to 1,000. That's pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll think of something. I hope you have yourselves a great day. Thanks again for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe bell. You know what I'm saying. And have yourselves a great week. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
The joy of coding.
See ya.